Hello and welcome to another episode of Out of Stand Nation. I'm one of your hosts, Hyolyn, and joining me is Aura and Nick.
Sup?
Hey.
Alright, well, we just get straight to it. I want to talk about Hyolyn's comeback.
Alright.
What do you guys think?
Beautiful. Freaking beautiful.
What the song itself?
It was chill. Compared to some of her other songs, which have a lot more energy, this felt more chill and more my style. It is very different from. I feel like it's different from the Sistar music, but more in line with the Sistar. What was it, 19 or was it 9? Sistar 9. The subunit.
I'm actually not that familiar with a lot of Sistar's music, and I haven't heard of any of Hyolyn's previous stuff, her solo work. Because it's been so long since I've last heard anything from Sistar, but I really like this song.
Right.
I mean, just like you said and Nick, it's got such a chill vibe to it, but at the same time too, her vocals are so expressive, and the musical accompaniment did a very good job of carrying you through.
Yeah,
her vocals were absolutely amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, one thing I really liked was how she was able to. She incorporated a lot of vocal flex. I mean, she flexed into 3 different ways throughout the song, and sometimes even within the same phrase. I've mentioned it before. One of the reasons why I kind of get hung up on solo artists is that I don't know. I can get burnt out on, or not burnt out, but I don't know, just tired of a certain sound or vocal within the same song. And because of the way she was able to flex her vocals throughout the song, it kept it fresh for me. I really liked it. So, what do you think, Nick?
I really liked it. So, people that have been watching ISN for a while, they know I really like chill, vibes. I listen to a lot of lo-fi, and so I like really chill things because I work 8 hours every day. I want to come home and just relax, and I think this is definitely one of the songs I could just sit back and relax to. So it's perfect for me. Right now, I honestly am. I've like you, Jihoon. I've not really listened to much of her solo work, but I really like this song. I mean, I found myself asking "Whoa, wait, it's already over? Wait, no," and then putting it on repeat.
Right?
Yeah, and what do you think of her vocals?
I mean, so I didn't really like. Okay, when I'm listening to music, I don't normally listen to a vocal. I'm more listening for chord progression.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
From what I remember from her vocals, I mean, they weren't anything to scoff at. She seriously has some control over her voice.
Yeah, I mean, I started noticing that over the past few episodes that we were on together, because we'd be talking about certain songs or whatever. You'd only ever talk about the chord progression and some of the techniques that put into it, but it's the vocals would just pass over you altogether. So
yeah, it's kind of like song. If you look at a song that's not beat oriented, right, where the beat is just a standard beat, that's kind of how it is for me with vocals. If it's just an artist singing, unless they really do something to catch me off guard, I don't notice a lot of the vocals. I think that's why I like Taeyeon's voice so much, is because
it blends so much into the music.
It blends so much in the music, but also her vocals are. It caught me off guard at first, because I mean, one of the first groups I got into was Taetiso, right?
Right.
And so over time, this will sound bad, but I had forgotten, because they stopped releasing music, how much I really liked Taeyeon, her voice.
Right.
And it allowed me to focus on her voice more than the chord progression, which was kind of a new thing for me. That's why I liked it a lot. But for this, when I went back and listened to it, it shocked me how much control she has, how much she's able to use her voice to fill space. Because there's in that song, because it's such a chill vibe, there's a lot of space left, right? And her voice just fits perfectly into that space, and it made for a really good song.
Yeah, I don't know. So listening to this song from Hyolyn, it was such a contrast to me. Like, okay, I really like this song, and it really highlighted a lot of the reasons why I didn't like Taeyeon's voice. Because with this, her vocals stand out from the musical accompaniment, but they don't clash. They don't seem like they're on two different playing fields. They accompany each other very well.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just so many, like you mentioned before, right? That very bold, guitar presence, right? It really kind of helps give more character into the song and provide more elements. So that's another thing that I like in music is when they have that variation in elements throughout the song.
I mean, for me, because very similar to how when we spoke about Eric Nam's latest release, this one for me, I've been listening to it lately just because both of those songs are very relaxing songs. But what's different from Eric's and this one is this was a more very simplistic take for the music video itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it allowed me to focus more on Hyolyn's song rather than the music video, because the music video itself was just her singing in, I believe, a dark room, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. So there wasn't a lot going on. There wasn't like an actual music video. It wasn't like a recording. It was just her singing. And something like that, even though there wasn't much going on, I found just as beautiful, because like everything became, rather than having like the concept of the song be the main concept, it was her herself and the song that was a draw for the music video, not the video. And I actually really like that kind of aspect for this one compared to some other music videos that have been coming out recently that are of soloists, similar to how Taeyeon and Eric have their solo work had some kind of story, had some kind of elements to go along with their video. It gave those, while did give a story, there was more to look into because of the video.
Yeah.
But this was just her.
So that kind of goes back to what we talked about in the last episode, right, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Where we I think it was with a Bandit and Dramatic. Sometimes it's just really good to just have a music video of just the performer, the artists themselves, performing the song.
Right.
Yeah, performance video.
Right.
A performance video, the dance video, and especially when they have that much more confidence in themselves as performers, to let themselves just be, just lay it all out there and let you, the viewer, judge them based off of the performance in that music video. I really like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I really don't have much else to say about it other than I really like the song.
Yeah, Hyolyn was absolutely gorgeous in the music video. Her voice was freaking amazing.
What about you, Nick?
I still don't understand the chords though.
I mean, honestly, I don't think this song is gonna never not be on repeat for me. It's probably gonna go into my playlist of like chill vibes when I just get off work, and it's probably never gonna leave.
All right. Well, we're starting to recycle what we're saying, so why don't we move on to the next piece, Nick?
Next piece is BerryGood's comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was really surprised by this one.
BerryGood had a comeback, and it's titled "Oh Oh," and it had me saying "Oh Oh."
I really liked it. So I had heard of BerryGood before from Idol School because one of their former members had participated as a contestant on Idol School, and
Right.
I never got around to checking them out. But I did stumble onto one of their music videos. I want to say a couple weeks ago. I liked it. I thought it was different, and considering that music video was released last year, it actually showed that they were kind of ahead of the curve on what we got going on right now with with what everyone's releasing at the moment, particularly from like Bandit and even like the other more known groups. So BerryGood's been definitely flying under the radar for a lot of people in the mainstream crowd, I would say, right?
Yeah, I'd have to say I'm one of those people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've heard of BerryGood, but they weren't on my radar. I honestly didn't know about them anywhere being related to any member from Idol School. But then again, I kind of... I haven't finished Idol School yet, so...
You're disappointing me.
I feel like I'm disappointing a lot of people.
Your disappointment.
So yeah,
I'll get to it when I get to it. Okay.
So I'll start with the song itself. I really like the sound. It's got that tropical sound to it, right? And it's definitely helping to lead us into summer. I'm really liking it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. And it's just so, it's bright, but at the same time chill. I was immediately impressed, and I ended up watching the video. I don't know, maybe another 4 or 5 more times. And I normally do that for like groups that I really love. I think I'm onto something here with BerryGood.
So what's funny is, when I first heard the song, when that in the initial when that bass comes in with just do really short like notes.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna hate this song.
So judgmental.
I was hating the song until it actually started, because the vocals are very flowy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because they come in with like this kind of dreamy aspect in the vocals, with the up high notes.
Yep.
And the MV's all dreamy, and then you just got this bass that's going boop boop. I was like, oh no, you can't start a song that way. And I was like, please don't. And then it changed to a more like consistent bottom bass synth, right? A much more consistent 808. And I was like, now I can jam to this. I was like, now I just got to get through the chorus or the intro, and I'm fine. But yeah, at first I was not liking it, and then after watching it a couple more times, I was like, okay, the intro's not that bad. I don't prefer it because I don't feel like it started off right, but I still really like the song.
For me, I was concerned, just because when it opened, if I remember correctly, it had a darker concept.
Yeah. When
it first opened the music video, I was like, oh god, no, not a girl crush. Oh, God.
Oh yeah. I originally also thought they were doing Go Crush. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
They're just gonna switch concept like that.
Yeah, but then when the actual music video like started, I was like, oh, this feels fun. Alright, I can get on board with the fun. But if it was Girl Crush, I would have been so mad. So mad.
Yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but we, here where I live, we just had our first 80-degree day. And so it was really hot. Everyone was like dying because we had just gotten out of a very cold winter for us. And this song couldn't have come at a more perfect time. It's 80 degrees out, I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, I feel refreshed.
Nice.
Right.
So what do you guys think of the music video?
It was very pink. Very pink.
An aesthetic and a half. So, okay. The camera work was interesting. And what caught my attention first is the sheer amount of CGI.
Yeah. Yeah, and that,
there's a lot of CGI.
And that really soft overlay.
Yeah, and the almost like lens flare.
Yeah.
Overlay. It's like if you took a lens flare overlay, a normal lens flare, and you just expanded it really large.
Yeah, and it's so different compared to the last two comebacks too, or music videos, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and so,
yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I hope it does well. It's doing well so far, views wise.
Oh, really?
For a group this small and not well known,
right?
It's doing great. It's in its 19th hour of being uploaded, and it's got 85,000 views.
Okay,
that's not bad.
Yeah,
which is not bad for a group that's not well known.
Yeah, I mean, so video itself, I'm not a fan of.
I knew it.
Oh,
honestly,
but
I guess
but song I like. Beginning concern. Beginning I was concerned. Video I didn't like, and not because it was really pink, but just because of all the unnecessary things. But song I liked. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I figured you're gonna go into about how much you didn't like all the rapid unnecessary cuts and was it?
No,
like,
it was just, well, you all mentioned lens flares and all that, the overlay and the CGI.
yeah,
That it wasn't the cuts that got me. It was all of the unnecessary additives to the music video.
yeah. I really didn't like how soft. Like I thought, I don't mind like a little bit of softness to the overlay, but they made it way too soft. Like it kind of reminded me of like you remember, was it like a few, well maybe 2 decades ago now? It was like all these like photoshops like popping up all over, like actual like photo studios, right? Popping up that girls and their friends would go into and get like these pro looking shots taken. Not that, well, this is before the photo booths.
Got you.
Like
I know
actual
exactly
photo studios, right? And then like they would be like, hey, come in and get a headshot, and it would be like super super soft, super overexposed, super bright, and the intention is to conceal, right, the imperfections on the skin, but all that does is make it so washed out that the only thing you see is like their nostrils and their eyeballs.
Yeah. I will say I did lower my brightness for this MV.
Yeah, I mean that would definitely make it a lot better experience if you do that.
Lowering the brightness on my MV or on my monitor for this MV made the MV 10 times better.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta try that.
It's actually really good. It also, if you lower it too low, it makes it really weird because then it becomes like a more dark looking MV. Like it's gonna be a dark concept, more like "Time for the Moon Night" from G-Friend, right?
Yeah.
But then they're singing this happy tune, and it's very weird and it's an odd feeling. But if you lower it just a little bit, it makes the MV so much better because all those lens flares and all those really bright effects and transitions go away and they become normal transitions.
Yeah, because if it wasn't for that super strong like overlay and all those lens flares and whatnot, I personally wanted to see like a lot more detail, of the members themselves. So yeah, that for me was a bit of a disappointment. But let's move on to the next piece.
The next piece is Ace's comeback with Undercover.
All right, why don't you go ahead and start that one off?
Oh boy, I loved every second of it. Well, oh my god, it's so good. It's not something. So Ace is very well known for their aggressive style, but that guitar is just way aggressive, and I liked it. I think it fit their voices very well, but also on top of that, the way they differentiate between their modal, their mixed, and their falsetto voices is really great and really well controlled as well.
So, Nick, you're gonna hate me for this.
You disappoint me.
I did not. So, I don't get me wrong. Everything fit really well, and I do agree that it was a very aggressive song. But it's because that it was an aggressive song, I wasn't a fan of. I'm not big on like aggressive.
I vote to kick him out of ISN.
It could be that I've been working, I want to say 12 to 13 hour days lately, but I'm not for aggressive, especially after a long shift like that.
Mm-hmm, so that's fair enough.
When I heard it, I was like, it's way too aggressive. I just got off of a 13-hour shift. I'm not all for this. I'm not a fan of this. I
mean, I might also be biased though.
I was about to say, like, didn't you say that they were your babies?
Well, okay, so I told this story to Ori yesterday, but So I actually auditioned for Beat Interactive,
Okay.
and later I found out, like way later, found out that if I had made it, I would have made it into ACE,
Huh.
because that's what they were recruiting for. And I actually, by the time I found that out, I had already looked into ACE, and they were already on my radar.
Huh, nice.
And so I'm kind of biased. It's might not be. It's not a literal tie to the group, but it's something that makes the group a little bit more personal for me.
Right.
Right.
It's kind of like 21, where like I can't ever say that any song made by 21 will ever be bad, even if I don't really like it that much, because they were my gateway group.
Right.
Nothing will ever be bad for them. And so it's kind of the same thing where it's a bit personal for me, is because, you know, even when they came out with Cactus, which was a arguably bad idea for a song, I was still like, yes, this is great, I want it, I want the album. And even when they came out with Colin, which I don't know if you guys watched Calling, it was I had to turn my monitor off because it gave me a headache. You know the lens flare effects and everything that we were just talking about?
Yeah.
Take that and make it never stop.
I think you did.
That was Colin.
I think you brought that up a couple months ago.
I probably did. But and even that, I was like, it hurts, but I also enjoy it. And so I think that's why I like the group so much, is because it is more of a personal tie.
Okay. Yeah. I personally don't have anything to contribute to this piece because I haven't seen the music video myself.
Oh, you did.
I thought I did. Turns out I only actually. I don't think I did. So.
That's the one I linked just earlier.
Yeah, and I didn't watch it.
Oh, you're gonna do me like that? All right, it's fine. I'm sure you'll watch it later.
Well, yeah. So
I'll make you watch it later.
I mean, I don't think he really has a choice since he's going to edit the video.
So, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about with Ace?
Stan Talent, Stan Ace.
I don't know the group that well, other than Nick really likes them, and I wasn't a fan of their aggressive song. So Ace fans are probably gonna kill me later.
Oh yeah, Choice will kill you. It's all right.
Oh yeah, that's their fandom name.
Yeah,
Choice is their fandom name.
I'm sorry, Choices.
Right. So, how about we move on to our discussion piece?
All right, so discussion piece for this week is concept burnout. And I know we've kind of talked about it a little bit in the past, but I know we've been feeling a lot of concept burnout, some of us have lately. And that's because some parts of the market in concepts have been oversaturated. So that's what this whole piece is about, and we're going to talk about like concepts that we want to see differently, concepts that we just want to kind of see die.
All right, so to start it off, on the count of 3, I want everybody to say which concept they're burnt out on. Ready? 1.
Wait. I don't think we should say it at the same time, just because I think it'll just muddle all of our voices.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
All right, fine.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Girl crush.
Girl crush. Who knew?
Weird. I never saw that coming at all.
I mean,
we talked about it earlier a little bit earlier.
I thought we've been talking about it for over a month.
Yeah.
I don't think an episode has gone by where we didn't make some kind of comment about that.
I mean, it's getting a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Like you did mention before, last year around earlier in the year, people were saying that Girl Crush was going to be like the hotness, and it did happen, but it didn't happen as soon as people thought. It happened like starting around late summer.
Right. Yeah. Everyone thought it was going to be midsummer.
Yeah. And
early summer.
Well, so one of the first groups to make the change was actually like Gugudan. They started that like last year January. Actually, when they had that comeback, I forgot which one it was, but they were one of the first groups to change over. April as well, when they came out with My Mistake in October. And and all of a sudden, like, all these groups just started debuting with the Girl Crush concept, which I was okay with, right?
Right.
I love ITZY with Dollar Dollar. You know, my God, it just got to be way too much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, you even have groups converting to the concept.
Yeah.
And that's bad. That's not usually good to just change your complete concept like that.
And especially if you maintain the certain concept for, 3 or 4 years, like April did, and then all of a sudden come out with that.
All right, G friend going Girl Crush. Let's go.
No. No.
Absolutely.
Bad Nick.
Bad idea. Good idea.
So
I think it's a good idea.
You guys know how I recently bought G Friend's 2018 Encore concert Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of their cover performances in that concert was along the lines of Girl Crush.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, that'll be a glimpse into it. They didn't do bad. They actually did it very well. So
I don't mind if they do covers of Girl Crush. Don't let them release a Girl Crush of their own, just because there's too much Girl Crush right now. Tired of it. Just no. Oh, I hate it so. Like,
wow.
I'm on the borderline of hating Girl Crush, to be honest. I'd rather be listening to either fun or mature, but not Girl Crush.
So I think part of that too goes back to what we had previously talked about during the ACE piece was you come home tired and you don't want to deal with aggressive stuff. You just want chill music, right?
Right. Or just fun music,
or something fun,
to keep me energized. But Girl Crush is almost as aggressive music, if not just.
Right.
Especially with like a Blackpink, that with that last comeback they had, Kill This Love, that was pretty aggressive.
That was really aggressive.
Blackpink has moved more towards just their black side than their pink side.
And I mean, that is timed very well for their American targeting. So
yeah, but I'm actually going to come out of left field with this one here. I'm actually kind of tired of versatility.
How can you be tired of versatility?
I've noticed my trend moving towards groups that stick to one concept. Like, for example, in my top 5 alone, I have G-Friend and SIS. Both are groups that stick to their same concept. I have Everglow, which we don't know if they'll stick to their same concept yet, because they
just only debuted.
They just only debuted. And then obviously, I have IZ*ONE, which at the moment seems like they're not a versatility.
I don't know. I mean, someone was saying that their debut Lobby and Rose was a Girl Crush. So
I felt like that was more mature than.
That's what I thought too. Crush. So I mean, if I was to make like a Girl Crush scale, that would fall on like the weaker side of the Girl Crush scale, like on a 1 rating.
Yeah, definitely.
1 to 10 rating, that'd be like a 1.
I mean, obviously, which it's funny that because I'm saying that I'm really tired of versatility groups because my alt group is a versatility group, and then obviously my alt group is From Us 9, and that is a versatility group. I mean, from Glass Shoes to Love Bomb, which Glass Shoes was their debut, Glass Shoes was a pure innocent concept. Love Bomb was much more mature, so they're a versatility group.
Love Bomb was their first departure from their previous concept, because they maintained the same concept for the previous 3 comebacks before that. So they didn't really go versatility up until Love Bomb. And now they're showing that they're going versatility because this next comeback is supposed to be slightly more mature as well. But anyway, but if you look at like my top 5, there's only one versatility group in there, and like my versatility groups are dropping down like my line of bias groups, and so I've noticed that trend lately, and so I'm thinking that I'm getting tired of versatility because I'm noticing I like groups that stick to one concept a lot more. It may just be coincidence that I'm switching groups because my groups are switching really often right now, Well,
That usually tends to happen when your alt group gets hard dethroned.
well, you're yeah, you've been in a hard consumption phase for the past I don't know how long. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty
my
chaotic
group's been
for you.
switching. Yeah, my group's been switching a lot lately because I mean, at first when I first joined ISN, I think at that time Twice was my alt group.
You said it was eyes
I
one.
thought it was
Eyes
Yeah.
One, yeah, Eyes One must have been my alt group at that point, and then, through like Safi, she introduced me to Frumus, and they quickly just destroyed that ladder.
And
within
for
the time span of a week.
for everyone who's listening who doesn't know who Safi is, she is the leader of Kpop Girls Amino. We've brought up Kpop Girls Amino a few times, but she's the one who's the founder and leader of Kpop Girls Amino. Just saying.
Yeah,
Yep, she's a beloved associate of ours.
and so as far as that goes, within the time span of a week, they destroyed my ladder of groups, and so my groups have been pretty chaotic recently. But at the same time, I have been noticing that, so I think I'm starting to get burnt out on like just a general versatility group, because I mean, one concept is nice because I can organize all my groups that way.
All right.
Right.
So so you've already mentioned that for you, or what's another concept that you find yourself starting to get burnt out on?
So far, I haven't really been burnt out on any other concept but Girl Crush. That is literally the only concept I've been tired of. Because I've listened to FX lately. I've listened to obviously Twice. I've listened to Eyes One. I've listened to Hyolyn. I've listened to all sorts of music. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm burnt out on aggressive, just because I've never really been a big fan of super aggressive songs anyways. But so, like, I guess super aggressive and Girl Crush are the only things that I've been burnt out on.
Okay.
But
So
it's
let's see, with last month, right? We had started seeing the shift in groups towards like the more mature concept, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that as being the next concept I'll start to get a little burnt out on, because I loved what Oh My Girl did with fifth season. I'm seeing other groups start to make that same type of transition as well. I can't think of any off the top of my head because it's in the past couple of weeks where we've seen some other groups not necessarily fully commit to that mature concept, but move into that direction, right? And again, it's just we're seeing groups react to the market,
Right.
and I guess part of it too is because we as a group, we are such high consumers of K-pop, that makes people like us highly susceptible to burnout.
Yeah. I mean, well, so we've been watching music videos for the like every new release and kind of like analyzing it, watching it, and just trying to keep up with as many of the new releases that have been coming out for the past almost 6 months now. So yeah, we are probably going to get burnt out a lot faster because either new debuts or new comebacks. It's okay. Let's watch it. Let's make sure we might be able, if we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and so that brings me to something that I wanted to I guess let people be aware of. There is a difference between being critically acclaimed and being commercially or a critical success versus a commercial success. A critical success means that a group or a movie or something is highly favored by critics, right? Book critics, movie critics, and whatnot, music critics. Even though they may think very favorably of whatever it is that they reviewed, it may be an entirely different outlook on the commercial success, on how many sales and fans, right, are generated. So, and part of that is because those critics, those reviewers, they're just like with us, they're highly saturated in their industry, so they're going to be much more discerning. Whereas Joe Schmo on the street, who are more casual consumers of the product, you know, they're not going to be as immersed as we are. So they're not going to analyze as heavily as we tend to do. And that's why I try to like not analyze so heavily whenever we're doing our reactions to like these comebacks. I always just try to like watch it first, you know, and just what's my feeling, right? And then afterwards,
Right.
I can watch it again and dissect, you know, stuff with the music or stuff with the music video itself. But
So
that's just all the more reason why, you know, when we say don't take our word for it, you know, watch these music videos for yourselves. You know, again, just think of it as like we're dudes who are just immersed in this stuff all the time. So just because we're burnt out on something or whatnot doesn't mean that you should be too, or that you shouldn't like it either. All right, so there really isn't too much else on that. I don't think as far as like concept burnout goes, I don't think I'll actually get burnt out on a mature concept itself, because now that we're moving on to summer, we're going to start seeing we should start seeing a lot more different things, just like we did last summer. So I'm really excited to see what's going to come up.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited for the tropical theme to come back.
Yeah, because I mean, like we already
I've been
started seeing it with
missing
Very
it.
Good, and I think that could be a sign of things to come.
I mean,
Yeah,
Itzy's
I'm
going to have
excited.
to come back soon too. So I'm excited to see
I'm
where
excited-
they take it.
Yeah. I'm excited to see if they stick to that girl crush concept that they've already provided, or if they're going to run that more tropical and run that versatility concept.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see them mix the whole tropical with girl crush. I want to.
Oh, wow.
I want to see how because for me, I want to see
That would be more like a that would be more like a it would have to be structured more like how Boom Boom was by Momoland.
oh wow,
well, I
Wow.
don't think
Where
so.
it would be tropical, and then you'd have to have a breakdown.
yeah,
I don't-
that would
I don't
definitely
think it
suit
would.
Itzy's concept
think
or
that-
structure.
Well,
Because it's Itzy and Dalla Dalla, they had the same thing, but since it was already more girl crush, it just felt like part of the song.
Well, Itzy
Yeah.
or Dalla Dalla was also very bold with how abrupt they did transitions. They did
Yeah.
it twice in the song, right? And
yeah.
I don't know,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
I think so. This is just my gut feeling, but I think Itzy is gonna be Itzy's comeback is gonna be the comeback that will help define this summer. I don't think it'll be.
Whoa.
I'm not sure that they'll be the ones to be the ones to define the summer, but I think they'll be part of the series of comebacks that defines this summer.
man.
I'm-
You know what's gonna define the summer? Somi debuting. I'm just joking.
I mean, that's, you're saying as if she's gonna actually debut this summer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's
But
sometime
I mean,
into
the-
20
I-
well, no, didn't
the
they
thing that's
already
really
announce
going
the
to do-
date?
Okay. I think they said June 22nd
Yeah,
or
they
something
said
like that.
June.
All right.
So I think the thing that's really going to define like what makes this summer good or not is when we start seeing groups with either the dual or the versatility concept really make that full switch. Red Velvet or Blackpink. Because Blackpink last summer, or 2 summers ago, I think it was 2 summers ago, they swapped back to their pink concept.
Well, I didn't mean like defining this summer as in like the top group or the best song or whatever.
No. I meant defining the music trend.
Oh yeah, that's what I was meaning like to help
Yeah.
establish that tone of what the trend will be.
Yeah, I think definitely if a big four, because big fours are super well known, I think if what the big four does first will really make that defining concept for the summer.
Well, I wasn't basing my guess off of the fact that they were big four, but more along the lines of just how wildly popular they were with their debut.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, again, like smashing that
a
record.
popular group. Yeah, a popular group will help define that.
So, and I think I made it. I know I kind of like hyped it out as if like I was making like a bold declaration, but when you look at it more objectively, it actually seems more like a safer assumption.
It's just it's a bold assumption and also a safe assumption, because the group is super popular, but saying that a not even a year old group is going to define or is going to help define a concept for a season is a big statement, because very few groups have done that.
Oh yeah,
especially in their first year of debut.
Well, I'm just trying to get this hype train going.
Hype.
So I think
right.
we're about done. Is it time to move on to the quick shots?
First, envy of the week.
I keep doing that, don't I?
Yes.
Yep. Every week.
Trying to skip
all right,
ahead.
so Jihun, why don't you start off with your favorite envy of the week?
Man, it's really hard because between Hyolyn and BerryGood, I really like both songs. So yeah, I'm gonna go with BerryGood and OO.
All right. Aura, you can go ahead.
Oh, me? Okay, I see how it is. So mine was already very definitive. It would have to be Hyolyn. Like, her voice was just out of this world for this week.
Right.
The more I'm thinking about it, the harder it is to decide.
Right?
I think just because of my personal ties, I'm gonna have to go with Ace.
Alright.
I think just because of how personal that group is to me and how special that group is to me, I think I'm gonna have to go with Ace, because I genuinely think the song is amazing and that the group is underrated.
Alright, so one for
That's 1 for 1.
yeah,
for all of
one
them.
for one. So
We are great at deciding the MV of the week.
in other words,
I mean,
everyone needs to watch all of these music videos.
all of them.
Absolutely.
So,
All right. So with that done, now we move into our quick shots.
all right.
Yeah.
So comebacks that we're looking forward to. Geez, what do we have coming up now? I've lost track.
Let's see. We've got
So me that we mentioned
got
earlier.
Red Velvet's Japan comeback.
Eyes One's
We've
Japan.
got CLC. What else?
Bolbagon's Japan. Chunghwa.
Right. Yep.
G-Friend. Lee. Icon.
Yo, Icon.
So many. So many.
Yeah,
Filmis.
Man.
Yeah. So there. I mean, yeah. We've got a little bit coming up. And then obviously in the coming weeks we've got also got From Us 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another one I'm looking forward to as well.
Correction, my previous statement. Somi's confirmed date, I'm going to put that in air quotes, is June 13th.
Watch, you're gonna see some news next week saying that it got bumped up to like 2020.
100%. I have no faith in YG.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to Uji Sunyu as well. So they have a comeback slated for the 4th of June, and they're a group that really slow rolled me because I don't know, like they just been steadily climbing up my personal charts, and I don't know why, but I really like their imagery and their music, and the girls themselves. They're a bunch of crackheads. So I've been watching some of their reality shows in the past couple weeks, and I love them. They're great. So oh wow, so yeah, they'll be coming out same time as From Us 9. So man,
Yeah, same day.
that's gonna be a brutal 1-2 for me.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Eileen's. I love her vocals for her solo work.
She's yet another that I've been wanting to get around to checking her out. Haven't gotten around to it. I need to though.
You should. You should. Other news. Nick, if you'd like to start.
So MVs that I'm looking forward to. I really am excited for Red Velvet's Japan release. I'm kind of excited for CLC. I don't hard follow the group. I think the music's okay. Not like a group that I'm into. We all know how excited I am on From Us. I don't even need to explain that. So I mean, I think those specific are going to be definitely groups that I'm looking forward to in the coming weeks.
Okay.
There's a bunch of people that are to be announced for June, so I'm really excited about the people that are in the to be announced. I don't know if they'll actually make make an appearance, but we have people such as Red Velvet for an actual Korean release. We have G-Friend, Chungha, ILY. So obviously, I listen to a lot of ILY.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to some Chungha. G-Friend's way up there for me. Red Velvet's okay. So definitely those groups. Yeah.
So right now the June list for confirmed comebacks is pretty sparse at the moment. So I could foresee a lot more announcements coming up in the next couple weeks. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think we'll be hammered with announcements.
Yeah.
Because a lot of groups recently just made a comeback because I'm gonna be honest, May was filled.
Man, wasn't there that
Like,
one week
to
that we
the
had?
brim.
I think we had 8 or 9 comebacks in the same week.
For May.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So the 13th we had 3. The 14th was 1. The 15th was 4. The 16th was 2. The 17th was 2. Yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. So
We had XID, Winner, Bandit, and BB all on the same day.
but BB still,
BB is still, dude.
yeah,
Such a great song.
yeah, still the hotness,
If
man.
you haven't checked that song out, go check that song out. But, yeah, so the comebacks I'm really looking forward to are definitely, those of From His 9, G-Friend.
All right, cool. So then, it's time to move on.
I don't want to move on to this topic.
Yeah, well,
All right.
I'll just bring it in. So
Okay.
Pledis recently announced confirmed that Pristin will be disbanding.
I thought that they already disbanded.
They are, as of now, disbanded, yeah.
Oh, as of now, man.
Yeah.
Their contracts ended the 24th, so it ended about 3 days ago. The 24th Korean. So, yeah, about 3 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, man. They only had what, 2 comeback or 1 comeback from their debut?
Yeah, they were only a group for 2 years. Keep in mind, it's kind of a really bad situation for them. Everybody knows that Pledis right now is putting a lot of effort into 17.
Yeah, and we all saw what happened with After School as well.
Right. Right now they have YG syndrome. 3 members are staying in Pledis though.
Yep.
Kyokyung, Hana, and Sungyeon are all staying in Pledis. While everyone else, by the way, is leaving the agency. And so we'll have to see what those members do in the future.
Yep.
Pledis released a statement saying that they're gonna work really hard for Kyokyung, Hana, and Sungyeon on their individual activities. And
work really hard.
Obviously, they're gonna work really hard for Pledis, which means they might see a debut. So
they have opened the former members now have opened social media accounts.
Yes, they have.
Yep.
So
Which is smart. That's the very appropriate thing to do. It's the way to keep your brand alive, your personal brand alive. So
right.
Definitely. It's sad to see because some of those members trained for a long time.
Didn't you say one of them trained for 10 years?
One of them trained for 10 years and was in a 2-year group.
Yeah, man, and
that got a debut and a comeback.
And to think, I recently bought 2 of their albums in the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah. It's kind of sad to see, and obviously, an apology letter was issued to Pristin's fan base, and all of that. Pristin members have also commented on their disbandment, is kind of apologizing to the fan base as well.
Yeah. So,
but obviously, we know it's not Pristin's fault.
Nope,
No.
they're victims. So
they're victims of YG syndrome.
Yep. I don't know, man. I feel like it'd be more appropriate to call it Pledis syndrome because I think Pledis was more ahead of YG on this mismanagement of talent, starting with After School.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with Guyan and whatnot.
You're probably right.
So, or maybe they just did it at the same time, around the same time, because I know it was right around the same time too with 21. All right, so why don't we move on to the next piece?
All right, so Katie Kim had a comeback, and she came back with a song more targeted towards, obviously, the international audience, as her previous songs have. And it's really doing pretty well for charts. It's actually not doing that bad in her, like, she doesn't do that bad in Korea either, so it's interesting to see. So yeah, if you haven't checked out that song, make sure to support Katie, and we will go ahead and kick it to the next one. Or
that was very short.
well, I mean it's just a comeback.
Yeah.
A comeback that he doesn't like.
All right, look, you don't have to call me out. Wow.
It happens.
Hey, I didn't say it. How
could you?
Well, I'm still holding a grudge over "Oh My Girl," so.
All right. Well.
Jeez. All right. Before it gets out of hand, I will start on mine. AOA's Mina is the third member to leave FNC Entertainment, which also is the third member to leave the AOA group. The first being Yukyung, the drummer for AOA/AOA Black, for the band concept. But, then it was Choa after that, who left, I want to say a year and a half ago, maybe 2. Whatever. But now Mina is also leaving the group. So, yeah, the group used to be 8 people. Some people thought it was 7 just because Yukyung wasn't as active. She was like half a member, but no, it was 8, 7.5, whatever. She's a whole person, so I'm gonna say 8. So it was an 8-member group. Now it's a 5-member group with Jimin, Seolhung, Chanmi, Haejung, and Yuna. So Mina is the latest member that has left AOA as of May 13th, actually.
Oh wow! Oh.
Yeah, it's been almost 2 weeks.
So for our last quick shots, we got the brand rankings for month of May. It's for both boy groups and girl groups.
Yep. And honestly, there are some surprises on here.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, first, of no surprise, BTS, Blackpink, Twice, and IZ*ONE occupy the top 4 positions, and
respectively.
Red Velvet, EXO, Lovelyz, XID. When like all of these other groups, they are always on the chart, are right about where they normally rank. But you got some surprises on here. Like one of them is Oh My Girl, ranked 6th. I think this is the first time they've ever ranked ahead of Red Velvet and Lovelyz on a monthly list. Let's see who else we got on here as a surprise. Nick?
Let's see. On here as a bit of a surprise to me, I'm honestly surprised GFriend is sitting at 22nd.
Yeah, they slipped. Or yeah, they slipped.
They slipped quite a few places.
Well,
even G-Idol's sitting at 19th.
Which they actually crept up a little bit, because I think they were in the 20s the last time.
So, and obviously, B2B's rounding out the 30th spot, and right above them is From S9, and right above them is A-Pink.
Also, of no surprise, is the sheer volume of market share that BTS has. My God.
Yeah, so I looked at the numbers, and Blackpink currently occupies just over 8 million in brand reputation index, and BTS is occupying 24.4 million.
Yeah.
So they're literally tripling the second place.
Nick, don't start a fan war.
Not trying to start a fan war here. I'm just telling you the numbers.
Now, what I am honestly surprised about though is how close Twice and Blackpink are. I actually would have thought that Blackpink would have been much bigger.
Off. Definitely. I mean, I know they occupy. I know. Like, they occupy a lot of the Southern America and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Latin America. So, there's definitely a big market share there for them. But yeah, very very interesting to see the what groups kind of appeared here and like what groups kind of just slipped a bit.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I have the brand ranking list in the video, and I'll also link to the article as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't really paid much attention to the band rankings myself, just because I don't care much for it. Just putting my 2 cents in for this thing, because I know I didn't say anything for this part.
I mean, that's all right.
Yeah.
I just really like statistics.
Yeah. Well, it's also a good indicator too of how healthy a group is. When they have a presence on this list like this, it's a pretty good indication that we can expect to see more continued activities from the group.
I just have no interest in it.
I think that's it, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for watching. This has been Idle Stand Nation. If you like our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and post a comment below if you want to interact with us. If you want to interact with us further, you can also join our Discord. We are chatting there pretty actively. So that's a great way to connect with us. So yeah, I guess we'll see you guys later. Again, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Adios.
See ya.